Hello, everyone. Whoops. I should adjust the Discord screen. There we go. Uh, I don't know. Like I said in the deck blurb, sewers famously don't have hearts in them.
Or something.
Or at least this one doesn't. Want to explain why sewers famously don't have hearts in them?
Okay, well, honestly, if you remember some old Aspiring to Spike decks from, before MH3, this was kind of a package. This is kind of an interesting package, this stuff. Now we have some new cards that, work well with this stuff. This card in particular is very good with Heartless Summoning.
You can cast it for 1 mana impended, or 3 mana not impended.
Mm-hmm. I also just feel like I kind of believe in this. Okay, I didn't do that well with my deck over the weekend, but I feel like thinking about that deck more, or having played that deck, I kind of am interested in this Esper Shell that has been doing well in the recent weeks. The Psychic Frog Ketramos in the Black deck. I think it makes a lot of sense to me, and I feel like if I were to play a Modern tournament tomorrow, I probably would play the stock Esper Frog Ketramos deck. But I think there's still a bunch of room to explore, obviously, and I don't know. Summoning it is a very powerful rate card, so I don't know. Yeah.
Does Brought Back only target things that were put into the graveyard from the battlefield this turn?
Yes.
Okay, so you can't discard 2 things to Frog and then bring them back.
Yes, the Rada Summon list, but I believe that the style deck originated online a week or 2 ago, maybe. I know Mick Winsauce was playing it. I don't know.
I thought I've seen Esper Frog Ketramos for a long time, but I don't know what the more recent lists look like.
Mm-hmm.
Also famously, Psychic Frog is a combination with Heartless Summoning, right? Famously.
Much to consider. Yeah, I mean, Frog is definitely less good in this deck than with the Ketramos synergy.
Yeah.
I wanted to just see can you just play it just for reasons?
I finally now understand why you were talking about Glimmer Point Stack instead of Flicker Wiz. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we should play the Glimmer Point Stack. We could do a 1-1 split.
My guess is it's worse. I think I'm willing to it's so much better if you don't have Heartless Summoning.
True. What is was Karmic Guide the thing with Echo or something?
Oh, is Karmic Guide nice?
These are all cards that I have never thought about.
Karmic Guide nice. How do you feel about it? Oh, is Stack just not modern legal?
What?
I wouldn't be surprised if Stag just was not modern legal.
No, Guide is modern legal.
Okay.
It was an MH2.
Or Stag.
Oh, Glimmerpoint Stag. Okay. Let's see. Glimmerpoint Stag is modern legal.
My guess is that Guide is too bad without summoning, but I don't know. Do you want to try a Guide over a Frog?
Sure, why not?
So it'll cut a 2-drop for a 5-drop, but it'll be fine. Anyhow, let's battle.
Wait. Okay, Dom brings up a good point. Why is Stag better than Resto?
Well, the main point of this card is to blink over the Veil.
Oh, right. Resto
which-
does not blink
yeah.
non. Okay, yeah. Okay. Got it.
And then the other point of it is to blink cards such as Seagate Restoration.
Mhm. I in fact don't know what cards do. Far be it from me to know what cards do.
I'm going to make the screen disappear, Zach. That was not the right way to make it disappear.
Well, it worked.
Wait, is that the right screen? No. Okay.
Yay, we got it. While we're waiting, tomorrow we're going to be back with early access Final Fantasy drafts. So look forward to that. I'm sure we will have no complaints about the set whatsoever.
Do you have complaints about the set?
I have complaints about the set.
I see. How do you feel about this hand?
It's too bad you can't put in the Mole Drifter underneath the Philia trigger. Is one thing I feel about this hand. It kind of looks bad. Like, I mean, I guess we could like divinate, but like our Philia doesn't obviously do anything. We're on a draw. It kind of seems like our hand doesn't do anything.
Okay, let's know again.
I don't think the set is that bad. I think that the set is bad for some reasons, which I'll like get into tomorrow.
Okay, what should we bottom?
Is this brought back doing anything? Like, don't we need to like fetch on turn 1?
Yeah, I guess so.
I know it's your individual, an invitational card, but
well, like, definitely brought back is a little bad in this deck. Like, it has a lot of synergy with the spells in the deck, but the mana base for your mana base, you have to play Witch Enchanter, kind of, which makes it a lot harder to like reach your fetch and density to actually enable it very well.
Is that an argument to not put it back, or like?
We can put it back.
Yeah.
It's just like.
This is well, I guess Witch Enchanter is good. Do you think we should play Witch Enchanter on turn 1? I guess we can just cast it with Heartless Summoning.
Yes. Also, I feel they cannot blink it. From
right.
under the.
That's how that. Yeah. Okay. I know how cards work. I swear. Wow. We have noted combo card number 5 and card number 6. There are no awkwardnesses in this hand.
Okay, well, let's fetch.
I assume we're fetching
a land.
Yeah, like black white.
Sure. Do we know what we're looking for? I guess not land. Well, probably not land. We could just cast Celia on turn 2 and then try to. Oh, that doesn't really. And then try to like flicker with the.
Yeah, my plan is to go Philia into Flicker Witch Enchanter, but.
Okay. So I guess we can then. Do we want this?
We could also. I guess the Philia doesn't necessarily do anything immediately.
Yeah.
We could go Seize into Flicker Witch Enchanter instead.
I don't hate this. Okay. So it does make answering the Skyan take a lot longer, kind of.
Sure. How do you feel about taking Kavu, even though we have the push for it? Maybe that's.
Yeah.
I'm not.
It kind of seems like that's what we have to do.
Yeah. Like,
It's not a perfect plan, but
the problem is kind of that, like, if we just let them play Kavu and the next turn we, like. I guess the Kavu will only be a 3/3. I don't know. Still seems a little sketchy. Okay, well, I guess rewarded, they would have had sub up for a long time.
we don't really have a plan for this 4/4 though. Really.
No. Well, okay. First of all, stubborn denial does not counter non-creature. Sorry, does not counter creature spells. Um, Second of all, they didn't have a blue source in hand when we thought seized them, so like they couldn't obviously Kavu deny, or they didn't have a land specifically, so they couldn't obviously Kavu denial. Well, they wouldn't have a blue source after our plan of killing their ley line. Like, we were going to kill their ley line the next turn. We're like, we can't kill the Kavu until we kill the ley line because the Kavu has expert.
Oh. Okay, well. Seems like we have died.
That does seem accurate.
Okay, let's go to game 2.
Indeed. I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned by the prospect of losing, personally.
Okay, so.
You can purge a ley line.
I agree.
You can also purge a Kavu.
Yes.
Unfortunately, you can't purge a Scion of Draco, even if it is red. Or black. Because it'll probably also be blue.
What do you think is bad? Oh, can you purge a land?
No. I'm pretty sure you can't. I'm pretty sure Leyline does not make your lands colored.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you were talking about how brought back is bad.
Well, it's like it's not any more bad in this matchup then.
Sure.
You know?
But maybe we should correct our previous mistakes of putting it in the deck if it's bad, you know?
Well, I don't know if I would go that far as to say what it shouldn't be in the deck. I'm just noting that it's not like a perfect process deck, even though it might like have a lot of synergy with themselves.
Hey, Zax, that's not a question that I'm like. That I don't think that's a question that makes sense. Like, I don't know, like. I don't know the full range of human expression.
How do you feel about Thoughtseize? I guess it's just good against Sky and the Draco.
Yeah, you can like you can like seize their threat theoretically.
Yeah. How do you feel about cards such as Psychic Frog?
I don't know. I like that Psychic Frog can theoretically like block a Scion of Draco.
I guess that is true. How do you feel about Karmic Guide?
I don't know what that card does, so I don't know how to feel about it.
I don't want to cut any destructural stuff, so I guess we are resubmitting. I guess we can cut like push for purge. How do you feel about that?
Sure, I'm a little worried that like push is good versus. Okay. Well, if we cut 2 cards at random. Great.
Okay, I have cut 2 cards. This seems not capable.
Yeah.
Well, if we hit a land, it's very good.
I agree if we hit a land, it's okay.
I mean, I think this hand is kind of close, honestly. But I still think it's a wall.
I would mulligan it. Like, it's
The
so
thing
bad if
that,
you draw anything that isn't a fetch land, right?
well, the thing about the thing about mulliganing one land is in modern compared to it's like other formats is that you get two looks instead of one.
I understand. Well, the
Okay,
problem
do you think
is
we
that
just spot these on one?
the reason to keep the first hand was to try to use brought back, and you don't get two looks if you're trying to use brought back. You know, like you
Well,
can't have both.
you can find a blend, you know. Do you think we just see that one here?
Uh,
Carving out costs a lot of life, but it might be good.
I'm a little worried that it costs a lot of life.
Okay.
What if we just like? Don't we want to find her? Oh, we can't cast our Mole Drifter also. What if? What if we're supposed to get blue black?
Sure. Did you want to just go footage strand, fetch water grave end of turn?
Uh, I
It's
guess
not
I'm not
bad to
sure.
cast a one
I'm
drop.
not sure what seizing on one does. Like, do they like play things that matter? Do we want to play Emperor
Uh,
Bones on turn two?
I mean, it might be kind of nice, right? Like, tosses into Emperor Bones is kind of nice.
I guess. Sure, we can do that.
Okay, let's take like 6 damage or something.
Isn't it more than
Or
that? Isn't it seven?
yeah, it's gonna be like yeah.
Wait. Actually,
Okay,
it's eight.
well yeah. Let's take Fable the Mirror Breaker. I assume. I guess we could take
Wait.
Flage.
Isn't it? Yeah. Shouldn't we like take Flage and exile it, or is that fake?
A little fake. Like, what if you just don't play this Emperor and then later on we'll exile it?
Well, I'm worried about the fact that we're about to take, as aforementioned, a billion damage.
Well, we're not gonna like let's just not bolt this, and then the hand doesn't do anything right now.
Okay,
Like,
sure. Okay, we can take
yeah,
Fable. Notably, we are currently kind of at 5, given their hand.
this is true.
I'm a little worried that this Flage, like, represents us going to 2.
Okay, how is this card?
I guess we can keep it on top because, well, we can keep it on top and try to hit the land to, like, do the Mole Drifter Ephemerate thing. Okay, next turn, like, maybe they Tribal Flames us, and then we, like, play Emperor of Bones. Well, do we play Emperor of Bones?
We might not. We might
Okay,
just pass again.
I'm starting to think we should maybe graveyard this.
Okay. Then if we draw untapped land, we can drift probably.
Yeah. What did they bin?
Ley line.
Sure.
Okay. Do you want to fetch basic planes and drift?
Sure. Yeah. Okay, we're currently at 1. One might claim.
I agree that this is a claim one could make. Consigned to memory. I see.
Okay. I'm worried that our turn 1 Thoughtseize was very bad.
Yeah, I guess it did not work out very well.
Okay, well, we can purge that at least.
Mm-hmm. Um.
I have a proposal. Let's not
Okay.
play our Flooded Strand.
Well, okay. So if they put the Clays in the graveyard, then we'll gain the 3 back. Maybe.
Well, sure. But wouldn't we rather get back Muldrifter?
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Do you think this is the point where we will be dealt 10 damage? Okay, I guess not.
I guess we're supposed to like play Emperor of Bones and like Exile Flage.
That does seem like the thing to do.
I guess we can play our Flooded Strand and probably not crack it.
I guess we should keep it for Frog, right?
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. For our 1 frog.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think their hand is Lightning Bolt, Tribal Flames, Tribal Flames?
Hmm. That is definitely in their range.
Oh, do you think they could also have Consign?
I agree they could also have Consign. So if they had Consign, I feel like they might have used it
On what?
on their Flash Trigger.
Oh, sure. Kind of feels like they have Lightning Bolt, though.
Hmm.
Like, they did Shock for apparently no reason.
Mm-hmm. Ragavan.
Hmm. That one's tough.
Oh. Because we can put this Flash in play at any point if they tap out of Lightning Bolt.
Yeah.
Is what's going on. Okay, so I guess this Ragavan has to hit us.
Does it? I don't. I'm not sure how we win after the Ragavan. Shouldn't we like block the Ragavan and activate Emperor of Bones?
Oh.
And then at least we've blocked. And then like they spend their like we lose our Emperor of Bones, but
Okay. I guess so. It's not a perfect plan. Again.
like if we let the Ragavan hit us, then we just like they just like double Tribal Flames next turn, and we have like we can't do anything, right?
I guess not.
This at least makes it so that they like their hand currently puts us to 1, other than the Ragavan, and we can like play a Witch Enchanter to like block the Ragavan, you know?
Mm-hmm. Okay. What does this do?
Well, it can produce a Witch Enchanter. It can also produce a Surveil.
Yeah. Which one do you think is better?
I think the 2/2 is better.
Well,
But
the 2/2 also costs us a land.
yeah, I guess.
Like Emperor of Bones a lot worse. I kind of want the Surveil.
Sure.
brought back.
Classic card brought back. I don't think that does anything.
I agree. It doesn't do anything. Okay.
Yep. Do you think this means they drew thing?
Well, they could have drawn like, I guess if they drew removal spell, they probably would have like used Ragavan plus removal spell
Aren't
instead
most
of.
of their removal spells direct damage?
Well, they have Leyline Binding, but I
Oh,
guess so.
sure.
Do you want to attack and play a 2/2?
Sure, let's do that.
It does kind of seem like we have died. Okay, fair enough. An interesting match. Let's try again.
Uh-huh. To be fair, we would have died even if we didn't shock on turn 1.
Mhm. Okay. We have turn 2 Overlord into turn 3 Flicker Wisp.
Sure, I guess we keep this.
Unclear if that would be good enough, but you know. It seems like we have encountered Zoo again. I think.
Probably. Maybe it's Slogurk
Maybe it's
from
creativity.
Standard.
Hmm.
Maybe it is creativity.
Okay. Do you want to fetch or not really? We can surveil later, right? So probably not.
Yeah, we
fetch.
can surveil later. Also, like, you know, what if we want to what if we want the brought back later?
True. There's no way this is Grixis control. Does Grixis control play a?
Well, get counterspelled.
Is it Grixis control?
Certainly seems to be leaning that way. Oh,
Okay,
hey,
let's
it's
play.
Frog.
Do you want to hold up Ephemerate for this frog?
I assume so?
Okay, let's do it off of like Strand, I guess,
Yeah.
and then we can just not crack the Strand.
They're gonna
Okay,
punish you for not playing land first by casting Logic Knot, calling it now. Deduce. Okay, it's creativity.
Okay. There's a problem if it's creativity.
I see no problems. Do you see any problems? I don't see any problems. There's no way we're gonna die right now.
Much to consider.
Indeed.
Okay. Let's discard a card.
To the Archon and not to the Frog.
What do you think we should discard?
Godless
Probably
Shrine?
like. I guess so.
How are we killing this Archon? Solitude?
Solitude. Okay, let's fetch.
Yeah.
What, Galacticus?
Yeah. That's not solitude. That's not a solitude.
Hmm. That would have been useful earlier.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, there's no point in playing a creature.
that is true.
Well, okay. Well, no, it doesn't even. I was gonna say technically the flicker wisp gives us a surveil if we want to spend a card in from our hand just to surveil, but seems a little sus.
Okay, I think we should Thoughtseize them, and then
And then
yeah.
probably die, but so it goes.
Well, we're probably not gonna die, right?
Yeah, we won't literally die. You are correct about that.
And then we have another draw step towards Solitude.
I guess we are discarding like Witch Enchanter.
Yeah.
I will note that we are going to one from this fetch.
Oh, that is true.
Do you think we'll die to Dwarf token?
No,
Okay,
I
no,
think we'll die to Persist. Okay, well, definitely we want this card. I guess probably this card.
Unfortunately, they don't search their library.
Um,
You can consign a trigger from Archon. That doesn't seem that good.
I guess not.
You can consign the Dwarf token. That's like
That is also true.
that's like a little better.
At least I can sign like beats multiple, like does something against like multiple Archon things.
Oh, we could board it in. We have many cards to take out. For example, brought back.
You actually want to take out Brought Back?
That is mostly joking about the fact that well, okay. Why do you want brought back here?
Um, just like structurally to like
Mm-hmm. It seems kind of. It so far seems kind of very hard to make work.
that is fair. We haven't yet cast the Heartless Summoning.
True. Our sewers have too many hearts in them.
How do you feel about Fatal Push? It kills Dwarf Token.
I'm
It
not.
doesn't do anything else.
I'm not super enthused by it killing dwarf token. Notably, we have other cards that can also kill dwarf token.
Such as?
I guess like not as much as the dwarf token is in play, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe Flicker Wisp is bad in this. Nah. Maybe Flicker Wisp is bad in this matchup.
Well, you can flicker with the clue token. But
I mean, that is a true statement, but that seems hard to accomplish, kind of.
yeah, fair.
Okay, I'm gonna avoid in like one Consign and one Fatal Push or something.
Sure. We have our emotional support karmic guide.
Sure.
Yeah. I assume we don't need to thought seize on turn one at all. So we
Yeah.
should just like surveil.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to resolve Explore?
Oh yeah. Oh, I think I forgot to resolve the first explore that happens too. I remember looking at that and then thinking about it and then forgetting about it. So two explorers. Two explorers. Um,
I've been to land. I assume that was right.
yeah. Uh, Emily, you find a hammer dropper. I'm sure you know what that means, what that card is. Uh, I guess I
Uh,
need to figure out whether this stays on top or not.
do you think we should get water grab in case we want to like double mold drifter at some point or something?
Oh, I guess we have the Heartless something in hand. I sure.
Wait. My plan is like half heartless something.
Yeah. As in, I didn't see that we drew the Heartless something because I went to explore. That's what I meant by that. Okay, well, Alex, you also see a hammer dropper. Because that's how explore works.
Hmm. Okay, do you think we should cast a 5/5 Overlord?
Well, okay. Do you think we should thought seize first because they can have like counterspell? Or is that
Oh,
too
I guess
slow?
they did show it. And they did show us counterspell.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that could be
Hmm.
too slow. Like, maybe it's fine to have our Overlord. I don't know if it's fine to have our Overlord countered, though.
Yeah, it seems a little not fine. Okay, well,
I assume we should take Fable. Well, I guess there's creativity. But,
I guess we have a solitude. I think we can take Fable.
yeah.
And then do you want to just send this to Overlord so as to not like? I guess we could have
What's
like.
the hurry? Like, why can't we just, like, hard cast Overlord next turn? Can we,
Okay,
like,
fine.
surveil for, like, a spell and, or, I kind of want to surveil.
Okay, fine.
I noticed maybe we could have also taken creativity and then like played this witch enchanter to kill the fable.
Yeah, I think that might have been better. I did kind of forget about that. Okay, well they drew fluting.
They played Wooded Foothills also, yeah.
Um. Okay, I guess let's.
Fetch black
I
white,
feel
you
like
think?
I feel like I do want to draw a land. So I'm kind of fine with land or spell. So I kind of don't want to surveil.
Okay. I was just thinking that this witch enchanter is a land, so
Yeah, but it could also be a spell, you know,
sure.
in that it's a white card.
hmm Oh, sure.
Okay.
That's true. Okay. Um, let's leave up white blue so that we can like cast Muldrifter if we want, I guess.
I suspect we will not want to cast a Mold Drifter.
Yeah, but you know,
Okay, well let's return Emperor Phones.
I love legal
All right,
targets.
let's pass.
Wow, Emperor Bones is nice. I
Indeed.
guess they have a lightning bolt, but
What is this? Bitter Triumph. I see. I
and
guess we
they
could cast Ephemerate.
it seems pretty good
And
to I like casting ephemerate here.
yeah. Okay, let's turn Solitude. It does now put the Solitude face up.
That's fine.
Okay.
So their
I
last
guess
card is
that.
creativity, so they can't do
Yeah.
anything about us, like just Emperor bonesing them. Seems like a little of
Indeed.
a sus play on their part. Oh, hey, it's our karmic guide.
To be fair, I don't think they had many moves.
Fair.
Okay, so I need a beginning of combat stuff now.
Yes.
Nice. Okay.
Apparently, actually, no.
We could also play the Switch Enchanter and then Karmic Guide over. Oh, that's not how this works. Never mind. Okay. Um.
Well,
That seems.
I don't know if we learned very much. Thoughtseize is good.
I agree. Fatal Push might just be good. Like it kills Fable Token. It kills like. Consign also counters the Fable Token. Flicker was kill the Fable Token.
Yeah, I was thinking that Flickr might be nice because it like kills a bunch of their tokens.
Okay.
But
Is purchase fake? Like, I think answering the Archon is a little real, but like.
I feel like answering the Archon is real because I don't think we're good enough at like preventing it from getting into play.
Mm-hmm. Okay, maybe I do want to cut the back.
Nice.
On the draw or something.
Oh, hey, do you think we're gonna be able to Thoughtseize an Archon and then Emperor bones it?
Do you think we should cast Buses in one? Or not really?
Uh, it's an interesting question. What if I want to specifically because we might want to cast Emperor bones on two?
Yeah. Okay, what lane should we do it off of?
I assume Watery Grave so that we can surveil more, but
Come on.
well, they have a persist. It looks like we are not casting this Emperor bones anytime soon. As
I
an
agree.
update.
Let's take Fable.
Yeah.
They're very far from accomplishing anything, which is
True.
nice, but we are also pretty far from accomplishing anything.
Do I just surveil? Like on Ensep?
What if I don't feel like surveilling?
Do you think you don't know what you want?
Well, like, the game will last more turns.
Sure, but like, isn't it really, really, really good if we draw Overlord right now?
Okay, fine, but that's like exactly. Like,
I guess we could like a flash in Philia or something, just to like force them to like interact in some way.
I definitely don't want to do that until turn 3. When we have Ephemery up.
Mm-hmm. I think we should just surveil here.
We're looking for exactly Overload, basically, right?
Yeah, basically. I think there's like maybe a couple things. Like I would take a Mole Drifter, for example.
Okay, that's true.
Like I understand they have Stern Scolding.
Okay, do we want this?
I don't want that, I think.
Okay. I feel like that is it's the type of card that makes me disappointed at Surveilled. Now instead of like 2 turns from now, you know?
Sure.
Okay, do you want to shock? It's a little not nice.
I don't
Okay,
really think I want. I think I want. I think the ephemerate is more useful than shocking. You have one unknown.
okay, they have successfully made it to 4 lands, unfortunately. Let's just cast this into
Yeah,
the whatever.
yeah. Doesn't really matter if they like do something to it.
I assume that mana will matter more for us than for them,
Yeah.
given the shape of their hand.
I think we should keep the Enchanter in hand and just like play Marsh Flats Pass. I guess we
Okay.
could play Emperor of Bones, but I still think these Phelias aren't really doing anything, so I don't really care about like running them out. I think the Emperor of Bones is better than the Philia, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Hmm. They did draw a lot of running lands, so now their creativity is very live. Do you want to fight or not really?
Well, if we fight, that means we just like we do get to have a Philia in play.
Yes.
I think that's probably good. Do you think we should surveil first before fighting?
Okay, let's surveil first. That makes sense.
Like, if we see like a nice thing on top,
Okay. Well,
do we want that? I kind
it
of
doesn't.
don't.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. Are we
What if
fighting?
I kind of want to fight because it makes like I feel it definitely does make some draws better, right? Maybe
What are some draws it makes better?
Overlord.
I feel like we'll be fine if we draw an Overlord.
I guess not fighting makes Flicker Wisp. It's not Flicker Wisp. The Mole Drifter better. Okay, we can
Yeah.
decline to fight.
Okay, let's decline to fight. The Moldifer does get Stern Scolding, but I guess we can like do some stuff about it. Do you want to cast this 2/2?
Sure, we can cast a 2/2. I don't know.
Like if they cast a Fable, we can Ephemerate, right?
Yeah, and we should shock afterwards
Really?
so that we can push a dwarf.
Oh, fair. Fine.
That's not a good sign.
I agree.
Wow, they're stacking their triggers so we can so we can consign both of them.
Okay, well, it's kind of fine.
Yeah, we can like get back Solitude.
Yeah.
If they draw untapped blue land, it's less fine.
Okay, well, they drew Untapped Blue Land.
Hmm. Okay,
Okay, so technically we are alive.
I agree. Maybe they won't see the line of countering this. Darn, they saw the line. Okay, well, they have a persist and an unknown in hand.
Mhm.
What do you think that means?
I don't know. I see.
Okay.
Okay, are we now? Maybe I don't want to cast this 2/2 for fable reasons.
Yeah, probably not.
So like, the 3/1 fable and the clock is real in some sense.
Mm.
Like now they're pretty far from doing anything again, right?
Okay, I guess we can cast it. Hi,
It's
Nor. We
complicated.
are very gay because it is Pride Month.
Do you think we should cast the card Oscillate Pride?
Ooh, maybe. Pride Month, a full month of casting Ocelot Prides?
Hmm. Well, they cast Fable the Mirror Breaker. Unfortunate,
Okay,
really.
well, they no longer have a persist in hand.
Oh, that's true. Okay, well, do you think we should cast that or not cast that?
My assumption is not.
Okay, let's not cast.
Because literally there we have a face up block right now.
Hmm.
Ocelot Wrath?
How about Oscillate? How about like Monstrous Rage, targeting Oscillate Pride?
That's like kind of like Ocelot Wrath. Do you think we should do that?
I
In
thought
mud?
about it.
Wow,
Okay,
nice.
we do Wish Enchanter. I guess we should cast Summoning first now.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, what if they counter spell summoning though? I guess it's probably
Hmm.
fine.
Yeah, it's probably fine.
That's not good. Oh, okay. That's a less bad sign than other kinds of signs that could be.
Hmm.
Hmm. I have a suspicion, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
My suspicion is that this deck might be bad.
Yeah, I do also have the suspicion.
They're digging.
I feel like the issue is that there's not enough card draw for making up for it to make up for the extra mana we have added to the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think we should add the card Stock Up?
That was a great job. Um,
Hmm.
I am not convinced that would help anything.
I feel like the feelers are a little bad. Is one problem.
Yeah, I kind of feel like just in general, it doesn't feel like our cards work with each other, you know?
Yeah. like the Filia links to the Overlord and not much else.
Yeah.
I like Emperor Bones. Emperor Bones seems strong.
Can we play like Emperor of Bone Psychic Frog and stuff? Is that a thing that you can do?
What kind of stuff?
I don't know.
Or what class of stuff, I guess. Like, what do you mean by stuff?
Far be it for me to know what stuff exists in modern. Okay, question. Are the white cards good here?
I feel like the Ephemerate card is definitely good here, right?
Is it?
It justifies the inclusion of Moldrift in your deck.
I guess. Yeah, okay. Fair.
You could try to do this in a different direction. You could like play you can do the other Heartless summoning thing of Ace Rarak with Relic of Legends.
Uh-huh. That sounds cool. I don't know if that sounds good, but that sounds cool. Um Yeah, I don't. Okay, mostly right now, I don't really like the late cards except maybe Ephemerate, and like I don't know.
I feel like you do need like Okay, I want to play one more match.
Okay, let's play one more match.
I feel like the card I want is Expressive Iteration, as usual.
Mm-hmm. Okay, maybe
I don't think you can cast that one.
I guess we can like cast Stock Up and try that. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
That card is famously kind of like Expressive Iteration.
It's a little bit not Expressive Iteration, though. We could, like... I don't... We could, like, go harder on Frog Petramos, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So, like, part of the joke with Frog Tetramos is that you can, like, exile 3 cards, draw a card.
Yes.
I assume we should
There's also...
this.
Alright, that was... Alright, I did also assume that we should keep it, but I guess it was, like, at least slightly interesting.
I love to assume things. Wow, do you think we're gonna try to brought back?
It seems like no.
Uh-huh.
Well, we could, on it. We could. Like, we could take a draw step. It costs us a surveil of it, mostly.
Yeah, but, like, it's not clear what we want to surveil yet. I guess we want our third land, but we do want lands, but...
I feel like the other part of the issue was that like I was playing like this deck definitely has more lands than it wants. It's just like some of those lands are Witch Enchant. Like I'm mostly making up for it because some of those lands are Witch Enchanter. But like when Witch Enchanter is not actually a spell, as we saw in like the last match, kind of, then it doesn't really work.
Mm.
Wow, it's a mirror.
I'm sure they were playing all the same cards that we are.
Hmm. Okay, so are we taking draw step?
I kind of want to take a draw step.
Take a draw step. Darn. Okay, let's cast over there, probably.
Yeah.
Off of white blue, I guess.
Yeah.
They do get to, like, if they have Flicker Wisp, then it's pretty bad for us, but such is life.
I like the comment, so unlucky that they didn't brought back.
Well,
Hmm. Wow, the combo's in the graveyard. Watch out.
okay, well,
Uh,
concerning. I guess we Overlord to look for a Solitude or a land.
yeah. That kind of seems like a forced play.
Okay, we found a land.
Nice. Kind of. We're
Kind
still
of.
pretty dead. I don't know, maybe we'll draw
I,
Solitude next turn. Would you say that we've been punished, by the way?
um, kind of.
Maybe we've been
I guess
punished.
so.
Maybe we've been punished by like some small percentage. But like the reason why I kind of wanted to try to brought back was it kind of felt like we were behind, and I wanted to take a high variance play that could maybe put us ahead.
Hmm.
If that makes sense. Solitude. Ah, that's not Solitude.
Okay, let's draw 2 cards.
I guess drawing 2 cards could, in fact, draw Solitude.
They do also have Solitude. And probably Ephemerate. Okay, well, none of those cards are Solitude.
Nope.
Okay, I guess we want the card Celestial Verge.
That seems true.
And probably these cards? What
Do
is
we
bad?
want consign? I guess you can like consign like flicker wisp like all the random triggers.
Yeah.
I'm worried it's a little low impact to consign all the random triggers, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Um,
Um,
I'm having the difficulty where this deck feels too incoherent for me to know how to like sideboard cards out. So I just always want to cut cards at random, is what I'm saying.
hmm.
Hey, I'm not. I'm just being realistic. Like this is why I'm struggling with this deck. You know?
I'm not sure I would describe the deck as incoherent.
Or okay. What I'm trying to say is that there are a lot of cards that feel like they are being they might be underwhelming because they don't have quite enough things to like work with, and then like it's unclear exactly which ones you should cut because that might make some of your other cards like have even fewer things to work with. But like I don't know. Like,
Mhm.
are we supposed to cut Heartless summonings? I assume not, because they're like the whole point of the deck. Are we supposed to cut Flicker Wisps? So that makes our Overlords worse? I don't know.
Um, I assume Psychic Frog is bad in this matchup.
Sure.
I wonder if they will come to the same conclusion and therefore Fatal Push is bad in the matchup, but they might not. Uh,
I would cut one of Felia or Flicker Wisps, maybe, I guess.
mathematically correct.
I love math.
Yeah. Okay, I guess Philia is bad in this matchup because like, but it can be like answered kind of well,
Hmm.
like even once you've done the thing.
Well, it's a
Wow,
Heartless
I heard
summon.
this. Okay, let's keep.
If you think about it, this is kind of like playing Flicker Wisp Overlord.
Yeah, maybe you don't need all the scam overload stuff because you just scam it by casting it.
Mm-hmm.
That seems a little fake. That doesn't seem true.
Ooh.
Okay, let's cast Heartless Summoning.
Yeah.
Do you think our deck will finally work?
Maybe our deck will finally work. This kind of does look like what the deck is trying to work towards.
What do you think we should do next turn?
My defaulting inclination is to cast Overlord.
Hmm. It exposes it to Solitude. Darn.
Unfortunate.
Okay, do you think we should draw 2 cards?
I guess so. If we draw 2 cards, we could draw like Heartless Summoning instead of drawing like I don't know, random creature that doesn't do that much.
Yeah.
Also, this like guarantees Overlord hits or something.
And then next turn, maybe we can draw 4 cards? Okay, I guess Overlord would have been better to cast. Unlucky.
Okay.
Hmm. Okay, what do you want to do?
Well, we could try to draw 4 cards.
I agree.
Uh, we have then discard to hand size, I guess. One thing that is nice about drawing 4 cards is it leaves us with a blocker for the frog.
Yeah. I kind of like it.
Yeah, what
Let's
if we
try to
do?
draw 4 cards.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
well,
Well.
I don't want to block, by the way, considering our ephemerate result.
Oh yeah. Well, like, we will eventually have a blocker for the frog, you know?
Mhm. Petroma. That's fine.
Do you think they have the Dark Blast combo?
They might. Oh, if they have Dark Blast in their hand, then I guess we must block. Is that true?
Well, it doesn't look like we're blocking.
Okay.
um, I think that's maybe not quite true because our life total is higher than theirs.
Yeah.
The combo is that you like exile 3 cards from your graveyard with frog. You draw a card, and then you discard it to frog, and then sorry, you dredge the thing. You discard it to frog, and then you repeat.
What would I've been somewhat thinking about like what a deck dedicated around, or like what you would need to do to like make that very consistent
I don't
or
think
something.
there's that much you can do because like one of the fundamental problems is that like it doesn't work if you're at a lower life total than your opponent, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little tricky.
Okay, should we like start
I
with
feel
Overlord?
I feel like we need to find solitude. So yes, or I would like. Sorry, I would like to impend Overlord.
Yeah. What lands should we do it off of?
Black white plains. We could fetch first to thin. We could even fetch Surveil to thin.
Um,
That one means that we can't then. I think no, I don't like fetch Surveil. We could regular
okay,
fetch, but
I think I want to just Overlord like this.
yeah.
Like,
Oh, I guess. Wait, maybe. Oh, I guess we maybe
yeah,
want to play Flicker Wisp after. So Watery Grave
yeah.
Plains.
Okay, nice. We found Solitude. Do you think we should pitch like
Wait, should we pitch Ephemerate and then go Solitude brought back it in a land?
that kind of seems like what I want to do? Yeah.
It's safer against their Solitude also.
Yeah. It's the primary.
They could choose to Solitude our Solitude in response to this. We
Yeah.
could have pitched Flicker Wisp. I think that's worse, but
Yeah, I think that's worse. I think we need it too much. Okay, and then we can Surveil.
wow, brought back did something.
Kind of.
Ketramos is always a creature. I don't know if it can attack or block yet. It looks like it can.
Indeed.
Is brought back broken has been called.
Well, the card brought back is definitely a little bit broken in some ways. This deck, like, does not make the best use of it. currently, but like it's definitely kind of a broken card.
So now we know they have Solitude in hand.
Okay. Should we attack first or?
Do you think we should go Ephemerate our Overlord, Ephemerate our... Sorry, not Ephemerate. Do you think we should go Flicker Wisp our Overlord, Flicker Wisp our Flicker Wisp?
Um,
I guess probably I won't do that much, but it might do something.
so let's start by attacking. I don't think we're gonna Emperor of Bones this turn.
Yeah.
I guess they also just have a Relic in play, so definitely we're not gonna Emperor of Bones this turn.
We also have no way of Emperor Bronzing. We have no way to draw a card before our end step.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so fine or something.
What if I kind of want to Flicker Wisp our Flicker Wisp? Is that...
Well, it seems like a reasonable. Okay.
Okay.
Well, let's.
We could still Flicker Wisp our Flicker Wisp. I guess... no, they have a Solitude face up in...
Yeah.
Okay. I agree they should have done the return trigger.
Oh. Well. Okay, let's return Mole Drifter, I guess.
Yeah. It would be Emperor of Bones if not for this relic, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Which Enchanter also isn't unreasonable, but...
Yeah, maybe it should have been Wish Enchanter. Do you think Null Drifter is better or worse than Stock Up in this deck? Null Drifter, I mean.
With an N?
Yes.
Well, you can't ephemerate. Well, I mean, you could ephemerate it, but you don't, like, draw 4.
Yeah.
I don't know. Muldritcher is, like, maybe a little sick with brought back. You still don't draw 4.
Yeah.
Okay, well, they have no cards in hand. Almost. They can crack their relic at some point.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Do you want to play around with something or not really?
I don't really want to play around something.
Okay. Okay, let's draw some more cards.
Yeah.
Fatal Push is still not live. Ephemery is live though. Okay. Now what? Impending Overlord?
I would Impendent Overlord and like hold up a Celestial Purge, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know what bad thing can happen to us if we hold up Celestial Purge.
And I think I just want to attack and not block.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Did we learn anything?
Maybe we want more consigns.
Yeah. Maybe we want more consigns. I don't really know what they would be better than though.
Yeah, certainly. I don't know that either.
You could argue about the card swap.
Isn't that worse when this is a matchup where the Witch Enchanters are like cards?
In what way does that make swamp better?
Well,
oh, because it's a okay, fine.
Because it's a land, yeah. We could also like okay. We could also cut brought back, was what I was gonna say.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay. Do you want to keep?
I want to keep this.
We can we're on the draw. We can surveil for lands.
Yeah, it's too bad we can't like get blue block surveil.
Oh, let's make the hand worse.
It'll be fine. I'm sure.
Is there a plan to surveil for black white?
Our plan is
that also
probably to have Heartless Summoning be thought seized.
Was going to be very good in that last game until they got rid of Heartless Summoning, to be fair.
Mm-hmm. We still have not yet successfully used Heartless Summoning to discount more than one creature late in the game.
I agree. All right. Should we surveil black white or blue white?
I think blue white.
Okay.
My reasoning is that I don't know if I want to like cast Emperor of Bones that quickly. And like we can theoretically solitude if I guess it's a little hard to solitude the Ephemery, huh? That's fine. Well, I guess we should play our land.
We could also choose not to play our land, but it's probably a little bad.
Not playing our land is so bad here.
Yeah. I guess we could have also jammed the Emperor Bones.
Well, we don't have a black source.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Okay, well, let's try to draw... Punished, I guess, for our decision.
I do feel punished for our decision.
I kind of forgot that we didn't have a white card in hand.
Okay, let's pitch. I assume.
Yeah.
It's kind of unlikely to work.
It's kind of unlikely to get better.
Well, we could draw a white card.
I kind of assume that we need to draw a land next turn, so
Isn't it gonna be fine if we draw a white card though?
I think we should just Solitude.
Okay, but am I wrong? That it's not gonna be fine if we draw a white.
Is it going to be fine?
Like the card that has is ephemerate, right?
Okay, I guess we can take it.
Like if we draw black stars, we can also just like do any number of better things.
Sure.
Oh.
Hmm.
Okay, well, do you think
Maybe,
they will?
maybe they'll give us a surveil.
I see. Well, that is still kind of fine in some ways.
In some
If we
ways.
draw a white source, or a white card, or wow, we drew a white card. Okay. So, how exactly are we doing this?
I think we want to do this now, as opposed to upkeep. Because I think we want them to if they ephemerate, we want the ephemerate to like, I guess like they probably won't ephemerate, but
Shouldn't we do it on their turn so that like they don't get to attack?
uh, what if they have two ephemerates?
Beats, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, I guess we have 8 cards in hand. That is maybe a reason to do that now.
Okay, yeah, let's do it now.
So what exactly are we doing?
Target Psychic Frog with Solitude. Figure it out from there.
I guess so. Fair enough.
They can discard cards to gain 1 life per card discarded. Very relevant.
Okay, should we now use our ephemerate? I guess so, right?
Yeah.
I guess I might have the card Fatal Push instead of the card ephemerate.
Kind of seems like it. Well, they can ephemerate this Flicker Wisp, and, okay.
Okay, fair enough.
They could, exile our Solitude.
Mm-hmm. I like that Flicker Wisp just has the option of surveilling 1, always. It's kind of nice. Very big buff to the card Flicker Wisp.
I do love to play 3 mana 3/1 Flyer Surveil 1. Sometimes.
Yeah. Nice.
We could win this game.
Yeah. Aren't you glad we saved our... we didn't Solitude on their turn?
I guess so. Yeah.
March of Otherworldly Light. I see.
Okay. It would seem as though they don't have any cards in hand.
I agree. Okay, well...
Well, it would seem as though we don't have any lands in play. So...
much to consider.
You know what they say, Mana Flood beats Mana Screw.
don't they usually say the opposite of thing?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's yeah. I meant Mana Scroobies, Mana Flood. Yeah, I agree that that's what I meant to say, and that's what they usually say.
Mhm.
I think this is like, not actually that strong of a effect, or like, I don't think this is actually particularly true. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Wow. Now I can cast some spells. What spells should we cast?
Well, okay. What they surveil to top and past turn. Surely they have Solitude in hand.
That does seem pretty plausible.
I kind of want to.
Let's
Is it
attack.
okay? I kind of want to cast Fatal Push, but like at some point, it doesn't have to be now.
Mhm. Do you think we should attack or not attack? Like, technically they could Solitude and not kill her. Okay, that sounds stupid.
Yeah, I think we should attack.
Okay.
I kind of want
It
to
appears
attack
they do not have.
pass.
Okay. What card do you think they have now?
Solitude still.
Really? Oh, well, fair enough. That makes sense. Okay.
I guess we
Sure.
could. Yeah, I don't think we can. I don't think we're allowed to Thoughtseize. I think it
No.
like costs too much life. Wow, it's Solitude.
Okay, now let's fetch, shock, push, I guess.
I guess. I mean, we could first give them the choice to exile their own
fair
Flicker
enough.
Wisp. Not that they'll take it, but you know.
There aren't any, like, surveil lines in this spot for a third land.
I think that surveilling is pretty sus.
Mm-hmm.
So like, they won't draw anything. No, opponent, stop. That's anything. Well, okay, that's like less anything than usual.
It is on.
I agree it's on.
Okay, well,
We can make it more on.
it does kind of seem like the move is to cast Emperor Bones, given that we don't have many other moves.
Yeah, we can also like exile a Flicker Wisp, and then like I don't know, at some point on their turn, like make their attacks awkward or something.
Or something.
Ephemerate says returning to battlefield under its owner's control or under your control.
Owners. Strategic Betrayal. I guess
Unlucky.
the card that makes sense for them to have. I guess we are now probably dead.
It's okay. We'll draw a Solitude, and then one of our cards will turn into a white card.
I see.
Amazing draw.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, fine.
Do you think we have learned anything other than this doesn't really work?
Well, I feel like I have a sense of, like, why it's not working.
Ooh.
Like,
I have a claim.
Okay.
What if my claim is that this deck doesn't work for the same reason that the Final Fantasy set doesn't work? Do you know what that reason is?
I can't say I have played enough Final Fantasy to know this.
My claim is that they both are trying to do too many things.
I don't know if I would say that about this deck.
Would you say it's trying to do not enough things?
Yeah. I would say the primary problem is that from the black white deck, I've added a lot of mana, and then I've not added the compensatory card draw
Mm-hmm.
or card selection on like I think all this stuff basically needs to be stock ups, kind of.
Yeah, what I'm trying to
Or
get
like,
at with like saying that this deck is trying to do too many things is like, you're playing like it feels like your overlords got worse because you're like not threatening to like flip them as often. I guess that's maybe less true than I was originally thinking because Heartless Summoning kind of works for that.
well, this deck just like has flipped overload more than the normal deck. Like the normal deck plays 3/2.
Uh-huh.
So you feel the 2 plus West.
I guess. Hmm. Okay, maybe it's not. Well, okay. It also feels to me like the card Mole Drifter is not particularly good when you don't have Heartless Summoning. Or like it did
I
not
mean
seem
that.
like even when we did the Mole Drifter Ephemerate thing, that did not seem like particularly good, you know?
Hmm.
And like brought back seems a little uh hard to make work. Like it just feels like there's a lot of random awkwardnesses in this deck. I don't know.
Hmm. I mean that part is that part I definitely agree with.
Like if I don't know, it just like kind of feels like the deck is trying to do a bunch of different things where like it just has a bunch of random fail cases. Like you draw a Heartless Summoning late and that's a fail case, and or like you draw a Mole Drifter without Heartless Summoning and that's a fail case. You draw Ophelia without an Overlord and that's kind of a fail case because like I don't know what else you're feeling here.
Hmm. I guess like in other decks, you used to feel you should draw cards with Ketchum, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Should we like try to fix this and then play warm match, or not really?
Um, I am a little sleepy.
Okay, that's
Um,
fine. Uh,
we can try to fix this if you have an idea for how to fix it. I don't know. I don't really have an idea for how to fix it.
well, I mostly just like know what I want to do with it, right? Or kind of.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I want to just cut the Philia. I want to just declare that we mostly. Okay, I want to cut this, probably this. Play 4 stock ups. Um. Okay, maybe not 4 stock. Maybe Null Drift is the way.
Maybe?
Oh, I want to play 4 Emperor. This Emperor card seems so broken.
Uh-huh. I'm in support of that. I still have the question, what if we, like, weren't white? Does that, like, help?
Yeah, we could think about that.
Like,
Yeah.
you'd have to think about, like, how else you were interacting, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to just, like, counterspell. Probably. Maybe that's bad. Shriek Maw instead of Solitude. Essence Flux
Oh.
instead of Ephemerate, clearly.
Well, you can play Malakir Rebirth instead of Ephemerate.
Okay, sure.
You could also possibly play the card, like, you can play Null Drifter and then you can play, like, Kozilek's Command, and then I'll drop you Temple. That might not
Uh-huh.
work.
Uh-huh.
Do you think the Acer Rack thing sounds useful?
Uh, Relic of Legends is not a very good card, is some of the problem, right? Like,
I agree. But if you
I
just have Relic, Acer Rack, and no Heartless, it does go a little bit.
I mean, so does it. Like, Relic, Acererak, and no Heartless Summoning goes less than just Heartless Summoning, Acererak, no Relic of Legends, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I kind of assume that Relic of Legends is like pretty unplayable. Like, we're not playing any other Legends, right? I mean, we
I
could maybe.
mean,
You could play Tameo, I guess. But...
play Slowgurk. Has some synergies.
Whoa, are we playing modern Slogurk? I'm in.
Hmm.
Heartless summoning modern Slogurk.
Hmm.
Just play the full just play the full package. Rona Rutstein, just get him.
Hmm.
I'm in.
I think Solitude makes too much sense in this deck, though.
Yeah, that's fair. Like I don't actually know how to replace Solitude in this deck.
Okay.
I think we
I
switched
think
decks at
we.
some point. I don't know. It's the same deck. I'm pretty sure. It was always going in that direction. So,
Okay. Do you think we should be done for today, though?
yeah, I think we should maybe be done for today.
Okay. Tomorrow, usual time draft?
Yeah, sounds good. Tomorrow being Wednesday. Yes. Okay. Um, maybe we'll. Do you know anything about Final Fantasy? Like
No.
like the games, not the set.
No.
Great. Me neither. Chai can explain all the references to us or something.
Or
Um,
something.
I might have a lot to say about the set. Um, Possibly quite a few negative things. We'll see. Uh, but it won't all be negative. Hopefully, I think it's like I think the set is mostly fine. I will say, like it's like mostly a normal set. I don't know. It's not particularly exciting so far, but I think it has some problems at the edges. Is how I put it. Anyways, uh, maybe we'll play Sluggerk at some point. And
Maybe.
um, who should we raid? I'm trying to pull up Twitch. What is this? That's not what I want. How do you feel about rating this person?
I feel like we've been them a lot lately. How do you feel about limited set review?
Uh, which limited? Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah, we'll send you over. I knew there was like the limited level of some that was going on, but I think that ended. But let's send you over to Scuffle Deluxe, who is doing a limited set review in preparation for tomorrow. Clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you all for watching. I should really. Okay. I'm going to later tonight upload things to YouTube. I promise. I will remember this time. Uh, but yeah. Thanks for watching. Bye. I have